What it do, YouTube? We here with 5 things I wish I knew before I got monetized off a gaming channel. These are 5 things. Hey, you don't want to skip anything. You don't want to skip one step. So I'm gonna get straight to it. First thing I wish I would have known was to research video games that already done well or have hype behind them prior to making videos about them, and also picking games that you would enjoy playing. Because last thing you don't want to do is, let's say you are into video games but you're not into like Marvel characters, so why would you play the Spider-Man game and you're not having fun? So now people are basically, they might be hyped to watch someone play Spider-Man, but you ain't giving no real interaction to the Spider-Man game. So why should they stick around? Because like, you're not having fun with the game. So I'm not gonna have fun watching you not have fun, and it's not gonna really be entertaining. Like, why do I wanna watch you be miserable playing the game? I'd rather watch you be miserable with a girl arguing with you and talking bad about you. You feel what I'm saying? And it's real easy to see what games got hype around them. You can just Google, like, what did the trailer do? Like, how many views did the trailer get? Like, we already know when Grand Theft Auto 6 come out, it's a lot of hype behind it. Like, it's a lot of hype. You already know, like the first trailer broke like the YouTube record for most views in like 24 hours or something. Like, we know the hype is there for the game. So there go the research. Like, just look up what it is, and if you enjoy games like that, it's a match made in heaven now. Because like, you know, it's people out here want to watch it, and sometimes this is a way for people who can't afford the game to, or people who just don't want to buy it because they ain't got the time to play it, but they got the time to watch somebody play it and beat the game, so they know how the story go, how the ending is, and etc, etc. Next thing on the list is live stream while you're playing those games. After you research it, live stream it. Go on live, play the whole game. Don't skip no step, just live stream it. Trust me, it's gonna fall into the next step after this. Live stream. With gaming, it helps get subscribers quicker. Be honest, in the past year, most of my subscribers came from me live streaming. And it's like, some people just want to talk to you, and it's like, yeah, they can talk to you in a regular video, but it's like they waiting for a reply. It's like a text message. But if I'm seeing you live and it's like a FaceTime, I might be texting you, but you're replying to me in real time. And it's like, you ain't really got time to think on what you were saying. So it's like, you're being your authentic self on here. So they say something that make you mad and you really get mad, they gonna see it. If they say something that make you happy, and they gonna see you happy. And that's why I say, hey, live stream. It's beneficial. You feel what I'm saying? The next thing is, that's why I said live stream will go with the next one, is repurpose your content. Yes, repurpose your content. And what do you mean by repurpose your content? I mean repurpose. When I say, hey, for example, I played the Mafia game, the new Mafia, Old Country. I play every chapter. I'll probably do 2 to 3 chapters on live stream, right? Then I will break those chapters down into 3 videos. So now it's like, okay, chapter 1 is a video, chapter 2 is a video, chapter 3. So that one live stream gave me 3 videos, right? Fast forward, like 2K. I do a couple of different things with 2K. So like today, I did a 2K stream. I did 4 My Career games, and I did 1 Starting 5 game. That is 5 videos right there off my 2-hour live stream that I did today. I did 2 hours of recording and got 5 videos off my live stream. Then on top of that, I clipped stuff during my live stream to make shorts out of. And this is like, I'm gonna give you the real. Like, when people be like, use Nexus clip, use this, pay for this, they automatic clip the stuff. Me personally, it did a terrible job for me, not gonna lie. It didn't work for me. It didn't do the things it said it was gonna do. It didn't make it a vertical format for me. Basically, they want me to edit it into a vertical format after they find suggested viral clips in my stuff. And I was like, this ain't even the viral moment. I know where the viral moments was at. Y'all just, you feel me? So I told some people I was in a group chat with today, how to just, cause he was doing Twitch, my cousin. He was like, he want to clip it off of Twitch. And I was like, I just told him today, like, hey, whenever you have a, like, I don't know about Xbox, but I know PlayStation. Whenever you have a viral moment, you can clip the last 15, 30 seconds, a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or the last hour. If I know I just did something, I know it's gonna be a fire clip. Hey, let me go and get the last 30 seconds and I can clip it how I wanted to clip it. I probably ain't gonna use the whole 30 seconds. I'm probably gonna use 10 seconds of it. But guess what? I got what I need. Just in case I'm missing something, I got a 30-second buffer. So he did that today, made a real quick. He was playing 2K, just started clipping stuff. And he said his goal this year is this month is to do a reel a day off his 2K clip. And it's like, it's that simple. That's repurposing your content. And don't have to go to a third party and pay for it. Clip it on your system. Download it, and automatically download your PlayStation app. Go to Cap, download to your phone. Go to CapCut. iPhone is getting, just got Adobe Premiere Pro on mobile. It's fire. It's coming to Android soon. Only downside to Premiere Pro on the mobile is you can't edit the green screen on there. They want you to upload it to the desktop. I'm not sure if desktop is a paid version, but yeah, you gotta upload it to the desktop to edit that part. So I might still use CapCut, but I like it better because for some reason, when I lower the volume to music on CapCut, it don't lower the music, but on Adobe it does. So only thing I can't do is get my subscribe video to work on there because it got a green screen behind it that I need to chroma key, but on the Premiere Pro it's called Ultra Key. Yeah, hopefully it comes to the mobile one day soon, but for right now, it is what it is. I guess I gotta find a workaround. Maybe edit on there, then upload to CapCut, add my overlay to it, and then you feel me. That just might have to be the most for right now. Cool, use 2 mobile. Next thing on the list. This is interact with the people either in your live streams or your videos or shorts. All right, I got a little close. I got to interact with y'all. Interact with the people that's in your live streams, short chat, video chat, because once you build that connection with them, they locked in. Now they might go tell a friend about a friend about a friend. Like, hey, you need to subscribe to such and such because, hey, man, he a real man. He's funny. Hey, and he talk back to, he ain't one of these bougie YouTubers acting like he don't know nobody. He talk to his friend, and he ain't just liking it and hearting it and moving on. The man is actually having a conversation with you in the chat. When he's live, he talking to me. I feel like he only talking to me, but he be talking to everybody in the chat. Anybody commenting, he gonna reply to him. Hey, reply to every comment and chat. And then last but not least, number 5, storytelling. Learn how to tell a story. You can have a story ready just based off the game you're playing. Like 2K, I can just go off of old basketball mirrors like, oh, this is what I did in this situation. Oh man, I had a time where me and the coach, I got a time where it was a riot right before our playoff game. This is facts though. We really had a riot before our playoff game and they ended the playoff game and woody woo woo. The principal said we ain't gonna be able to play, we're gonna make us forfeit. And I might tell a story time about that later on. That might be an actual story time later on. I'm gonna go in detail, but true story. But that's something I can relate to 2K, like, oh, first round of playoff, right before a game, it was a riot. It was a big brawl fight. I ain't gonna say a riot, a big brawl fight. Over 20-something people fighting. Game got canceled. They try to make us forfeit, but the principal saying we about to act up. You feel me? So she ended up saying we could reschedule the playoff game because some people fought, but it wasn't. It could have been prevented if the things was put in place to prevent it. So yeah, just on the spot, or you can prepare, but like, hey, I got this in the tuck. It's right here, ready. Tell the story. I'm prepared. Or you just gotta be, when something happen, it can click to an old memory and it goes story time. I got a little bonus one for you. I got a bonus. Me. Make a schedule that fits your schedule. Let me say that one more time for the ones in the back. Make a schedule that fits your schedule. People will tune in to your schedule as long as they know when you're coming on. If you schedule yourself for like, my best time to go live is 7 p.m., that's your best time. You will hopefully find an audience at that time. You can research and try to fit your time around that, but you also gotta just make what's best for you. And then don't feel bad not committing to the schedule every day. Sometimes you need that mental break. Sometimes it be like, yeah, I ain't got the energy today. I'm not even gonna fake it. I can't fake it. And I don't even wanna bring that to the live stream. I don't wanna bring no negative energy to his lives. But there you go. There go our 5 tips that I wish I knew before I got monetized. Hey, appreciate you for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. If you want more tips, comment below and I'll answer right there in the comment because other people might want to know too. But I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Godspeed.